Hello again. We're back with some Automation Empire and how I run my trains. We'll have a quick discussion about the trains. Won't be very long. Just show you how I run them and why I run 6 only of the silos. So here we are here. My trains I tend to run auto feeding, so straight out of the factory I'm going to feed him with, I will run directly in. Now each one of these have to be arrow towards the silo. They will pass through, but there must be an arrow into the silo. So you can't put one, this way, it'll give you a red dot, red line, only this way. Alright. Now I only have 6 each one. Now 6 will give you, where's my notes on that? I'll put it down somewhere. So 6 will give you 8 carriages and 7 will give you 9 carriages. We say let's do more carriages. But the problem is not the amount of carriages, well it is, but it's the amount you can get through in this month. So the record is actually you're cycling through in the current month. Now I find that you can usually get a train in and out in that month with only 8 carriages, which is 6 hoppers. If you add the extra hopper, you tend to not to get one out every month, which will lower your average. Alright, so we're just going to turn the trains on over here. I just want to align to the trains. Now also, this is not very efficient because it's got such a long run. Alright. Another map I've got, which I'll show you later on, has got really short entry and exits. Alright. So basically, you want fast trains, you need to be in and out as fast as you can. So you need to do like between these 2 rocks here, for instance, in, fill and out, because the respawn timer, which is here, doesn't restart again until the train's exited out of the tunnel. All right. So theoretically, this isn't very efficient at all. The feeding is efficient. That's perfect, but the entry and exits aren't perfect because there's such a long run. I'll be much better to come like in here and out here, but I can't because of the swing. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to set these trains off. I'll just show you how they feed. And this wastes a lot of space, but they are auto feeding. Alright, if you haven't got enough space, you can use other methods. I can use, actually I'll show you one here. All the trains, hang on, I'll let the trains come out. Where are they due? Not due for a little bit yet. So we had a track here. And we wanted to feed that. It becomes very difficult because you can't put a hopper in to feed them here. It's not big enough. So you can't just do it here because you can't feed them. Alright, so I have to be further out. So, but you can be creative. I have my other map. So therefore your minimum becomes here. And now you can feed them here. But because there's a 2 gap here, you can't feed it with this. So here they come. So to feed this 3rd one, I would use a loop. So for instance, I put these here. And I'd feed it in there, and here and here and here, and down here, and up here, and I go to these, and I go up here, and down here. There's been more reason to have that in the middle. Split this one here. So we're going to do a down here in the middle. Don't forget this must go straight across here. Must be a straight line over the pickup point, otherwise I won't pick up. Yep. And this here I just add on, start it up, and you just keep adding crates until it's full. And now that will just cycle that straight forward. Look at that. Right, here come the other trains. So now I can put another train through there, and that isn't as close as this two are. As you can see, the distance is closed up. But then you can then bring this closer to exit it if you need to. We've got enough point to bring one in over there? I think we've got enough room anyway. Oh yeah, we have. To bring a third train in, we just have to cut that up and put one here. Now, did you know this? Oops, hang on. Trains can actually cross on a straight line, like this. But only on a straight line. But we can't get enough swing anyway. Alright. But these trains will stop for this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this one in. Here. Let's just cut them over. We'll cut this one onto this one. This one onto this one. And this one. Onto this one. Let's not check the trains. Let's just delete these for a second. Right, we'll get one there, will we? Oh, we can get one there. Cool. Right, then we need to change this. Well, those trains vanished because I cut the thing off. Right. Okay, now we'll do them again. Because I crossed the tracks, they got confused. Okay. Oops. So I can use different methods. But ultimately, you can feed them directly in, like this. You do waste a lot of space doing it this way, but you know, it is what it is. At least they feed fast. And you know, I used to use mine carts to transport, but they're a bit slower. They run the same speed as the monorail, but of course they just don't carry as much. So now these are all primed already. These are all full as they're going around. So take that into consideration when you're building it, that it's going to prime up. So it's all primed up. So here come the trains. And then you'll be able to hear, as this one here pours it in, you'll be able to hear this one dropping off the product. Oh, it's only got one. Yeah, it's only got one thing on it. There. It's only going to be four carriages. So it's only got one thing on it. So I should have put 6 on there. Then it would have been longer. Anyway, that's why I only use 6, because I've got 8 carriages and that all cycle within the current month. And you can see here, this is Here it just flew up there and went poof. As this one drops. I've got a refuel on there, go straight up because there's a train on top. It's gone already because it's got miscarriages on it. And of course he'll come around first because he's going to exit first. So that's what I mean, you need to have shortest tracks possible to get the most efficiency. And don't forget, the engines can be together, have to be together, but the exits don't. I can back that one exit over there if I wanted to, or over there, or over there. I can put swing around this way and keep it. Just as long as the entries are together, the exits can be anywhere you want, but they need to be as short as possible to get the best turnaround time before they come out again. It takes time to get down this rail, and then all that time to get back out again. And sometimes it might be better to have lots of short ones, as in one or two. Now this might not readjust. I might have to delete and replace that. We'll find out now. Sometimes when you add part way through, they don't come out with the full set of carriages on. So we'll find out in a minute. It's about to come out now, whether it's going to come out with 8 or 4. No, it's coming out with 8. There you go. I've had it happen before that I want to reduce them. When I was testing the 8 and 9, when I had 7 on here and I cut one off and it still come out with 9 until I replaced the incoming thing over here. So it didn't remember that I cut one off. I probably don't even need 4 of these here or 5 of these here. Because the repeal's so fast, you won't even see this drop. Oh, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. You see that? Split second. Just remember that you don't necessarily need a lot of storage in some places. And because these don't use crankmakers, they're more efficient as well, because crankmakers slow the game down. Because there's no crankmakers here, you really want to try and use the trains to your advantage. So you're not actually wasting time, wasting game speed. I mean, this machine is a super U-Boot machine. I mean, I said to 7800 X3D with a 4090 with 24 gig of RAM on that 4090 and 64 gig of system RAM. MSI motherboard, MSI video card, and that's 1300 watt power supply, I think, running off of 1 terabyte. Windows running off of M.2, 1 terabyte, games running off an M.2, 2 terabyte. And the game still slows down for me if you use too many crankmakers. So just be warned. Your game may start to lag if you've got too much happening at once. But anyway, that's how I feed my trains. So I think it's the most efficient way. If you can't get them like this, then you have to use a loop system like this. You can bring your tracks in and out, you know, like you could. Here's my tracks. So say you had 3. Where's actually we'll do it over. So that's as close as I can be there. So you can't get them any closer than this. Not really. Well, you can if you bring them in close. Now let's let these trains exit. Let's cut the power off and they'll exit. Hang on. See, I usually have my game, I can turn off everything at once. Now that's turned on again, isn't it? I don't really want that turned on. So that'll do for now. Okay, because they're leaving now. And they won't restart, so I turned off with the power. Well, let's leave them there for a minute. So how far apart's that? That is that one in the middle. So let's put some track over here for a minute to play around with. So that's our minimum distances there, with one in between. Now you can't feed them when they're too close together. But if you've got width, you can spread them out a little bit. So you can leave the one in the middle probably. And then you can probably bring this one out and this one out. For a feeding. So let's say we did thought you'd have a bit of a play with these. And in here you can put your feeding mechanism, which is that one over there. And you can have them come back in again. To exit. So just play with it. If you haven't got enough space, then make some space. But just remember that you can feed them directly into each other, and it's the most efficient way. And you don't have to fill them all up. You only have to fill up one of them, because it only fills up one at a time. So the first empty trailer, first empty carriage, gets filled up by the first one of these that's got stuff in it. So don't waste your time getting these all full. It doesn't matter. Right? You only need one of them to be filled at any one time. Right? Unless you're going to fill them all up and not refill them. Then you need one per carriage. All right. So if I cut this off of here and send a train out, it will only fill up one carriage and then piss off. And the rest of them will be empty. So it's just a waste of time trying to fill up the rest of them. It doesn't matter. Right. These just denote the number of carriages, and this one is where it fills up from. So anyway, that being said, thanks for watching. Cheers for now. I'll catch you when I do my rocket one, which will be the next video. So thanks for watching, and have a good one. Cheers.